Hello, I'm Zaccubus, and this is a new series I've been working on, and this is kind of the pilot episode, which is called Analyze This, where we go over Unreal Tournament gameplay footage and break it down and analyze it step by step, going over every sort of mistake and hurdle, what we should and shouldn't have done in certain situations to help new players improve, as well as experienced players as well, because we've all got something to learn, including myself. I'm still learning, and I've been playing Unreal Tournament for 10 plus years, so there's always something to improve, even for the best of us. But anyways, I hope you find this kind of footage enlightening. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you have any questions or queries, please just feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to get back to you. And if you'd like your game analysed by me, feel free to add me on the Unreal Tournament Launcher, add Zaccubus, and then we can talk about how you can upload your footage to me, and then I can upload it to YouTube with the commentary and stuff. So anyways, guys, enjoy the footage, let me know what you think, and have fun. So this is a gameplay breakdown of Fjaru versus me on ASDF, and these are the spawns so far. So we've got the minigun spawn, and you've got the link gun spawn, and this is from Fjaru's perspective. And it's very interesting that you didn't go for the link gun spawn first. Now, the reason I say this is because, yes, the minigun is strong right now. It's the secondary fire improvement is very good, and it's very lethal at the start of a game. But you give me essentially positional control of the map by just giving me the top area here. So holding this top area and going for the link gun spawn is more viable in the long term, and also more viable to making sure that you get that first 100 armor. Now, if you get the link gun, you can contest against the vials, giving you more of a health lead. You can also, go link gun, go shock rifle, and essentially have an equal fighting experience with those weapons. Now, the minigun, on the other hand, you're on the other side of the map, you're in a lower position, and I can hold the top ground and snipe down at you. And this is how essential this map is. It's all about controlling this top area. So you see me up here, and this is the key to winning this map. Once you're in control, you hold the top areas of the map. These give you routes to cut off your opponent and also just chip away at your opponent, preventing them from getting any movement or any sort of positional control to get any items. So that's why you want to hold this top area constantly. And once you've chipped away the damage, you go in for the killer moves. This is why I always favor those top spawns. That's why I go link gun or I go sniper rifle like 99% of the time. When you're down here with the minigun, you're shooting up, you can't even find an angle really to hit me. And it's be very, very rare. Now, as soon as I hear you take the minigun, I'm generally quite shocked, but I also know that you have to go towards the shock rifle to have a chance at for the 100 armor. The 100 armor really requires you to have a shock rifle to contest against. If you had just the stinger, it would be a whole different story. I wouldn't be worried whatsoever. I could easily take that by holding, again, the top ground. So the shock rifle enables you to shoot up and combo in these certain areas, preventing me from controlling it. So that's why I think it's very important that you take the link gun and go shock rifle, or link gun and then vials as well. And as you know, I know that you had to go for the shock rifle, and hence I positioned myself to actually shoot you there. And to be honest, if I switched and spammed some primary link here, I would have killed you. So that was kind of my mistake, but I learned from this as well. This is a good learning experience for both of us. And you managed to get the health back. Now, I take the lift, trying to get that positional control on you again, get the higher ground advantage. I've got the sniper rifle, I've got a link gun, I'm very comfortable. I think I might have taken the rocket launcher as well. So I'm in a very good position to essentially win this fight. But you hit that shard that decided for you to charge in and go absolutely crazy. Now, even when you dive up here, I should have still had you. It's just that if you missed one shard here, you were dead, essentially. You needed to hit all of these shards, and you got lucky, essentially. But it was a brave move, and at this particular stage of the game, this early on, it's totally acceptable in the first 30 seconds to be this aggressive as well. So don't be discouraged by my criticism. It could go either way about this point, but I thought it was genius for you to do this. It really threw me off, and it actually almost gave you the 100 armor here. So obviously I'm locked on pretty strongly there, and I was just about to finish you off, but you hit 2 shards and killed me instantly, which is really nice. And I got the best spawn ever. Gave me the control back initially. Now, I go up top to check when the sniper rifle was spawning. In fact, it should have been up, but I think I was like, you know what? Is he ignoring the 50 armor? I'm going to go take that. And I do think that you should have possibly gone straight up and taken that 50 armor. I mean, I didn't have a weapon to contest you from doing it. I wouldn't have outputted enough damage. But, you know, I can understand where you're coming from. But as soon as you started running this way, I was like, ooh, I can get the 50 for free here now. And honestly, if this move didn't happen next, then this game kind of would have been already over at the start of this game. It really would have been an uphill climb if I managed to get a gun here. But you did a really good move. You got the link gun. I still don't have a weapon because I've just taken the rocket launcher beforehand. And to be honest, you just got spot on link aim there. There's nothing I can do. But what you'll notice I'm doing is obviously trying to get some damage onto you so I can run at you and just try and kill you off a spawn. Now, you are low health here and you do some questionable moves, it has to be said. So playing really aggressive here yet again, and it costs you your life. Again, I hit, you know, the next two shots of that enforcer shot. Now, I don't know why you felt you should have done this. You should have gotten the 25s behind you because they had respawned, and then you could have gone and got a better position for the next belt and probably taken it. But instead you risked it, and you would have had a weapon advantage. You'd have had rocket launcher, you would have had the link gun, and you probably would have had as well the minigun if you wanted to. You had enough time to grab that. But you risked it all, just tried to deny me the sniper rifle and obviously pick up the health over here, but it really didn't go your way. Now, what you should have done differently here, as soon as you've taken that minigun, I feel as if you should have dropped down next to this jump pad. Now, if you positioned yourself at this jump pad, you could have essentially sharded me out of this corridor. Now, being in this corridor gives you a narrow sort of field of view and also a narrow sort of shard alley, essentially. So the shards are going to be much easier to hit. I'm forced in a tighter position. It's going to be harder for me to dodge. And if you just hit me once, that would have been a game changer. I could have potentially backed off and went 100 instead. I wouldn't want to give you another frag this early on and tie things up again. So I feel as if that would have been a better play here. And if you know I was charging at the rockets and I got in too close, you could have easily hit the jump pad and actually just escaped and gone up to this jump pad and gone straight to 100 armor and taken it there as well. Now I am on 80 health, and you had another option here as well, is that if you used your primary fire, again, you could have outputted some damage from the very start. When you actually come around the corner by the lift here, you could have just primary fired me and forced me off the position, but you didn't. And sort of essentially because you didn't hit a single shard, that, you know, I got the shield belt, got that frag, and it was with your rocket launcher, of course, that you dropped because you tried to get greedy on the sniper rifle pick. But again, huge mistake here from you, and I've pointed this out to you on your previous video that I did. The 100 armor's up. Check the time. You're not timing at all. I picked it up on 28, and it's there, but you don't take it, and you had the perfect spawn for it. Now at this point, I'm just going to deny you the rest of the armors. So I'm going to take the 100, I'm going to take the 50, and essentially zone you out of the map now. So ideally what I want to do is, you know, just hold the top area yet again. Like I said, it's the place to be, to hold this map control, to pick you off and to get those frags going, essentially. And you do another mistake here, this is why the video is paused, is that you've forgotten the timing of the armor, and you're jumping onto the armor to find out when it's spawning. And of course, I've taken it already, and you realize your mistake here. But to be honest, there shouldn't be any mistake this early on. When the first minute of the game, losing armor timings, it's practically unheard of, because, well, you fight for the first 100 armor usually all the time. So there's no excuse to losing that timing. Maybe you're thinking of something else at the time. I'm not entirely sure. And good spam here, because obviously you're thinking that I'm going to do the lift jump perhaps, or jump from here. I totally agree with this spam. But I still think that after jumping down here, what you should have done is actually just stayed up top and wait for some vials, something to pop up there that you could take and actually get a better positional control generally overall, give you more exit strategies and get you to places a little bit better and prevent me from pushing you. But here I feel as if, you know, I could actually be aggressive, jump down and try and cut you off and kill you earlier on. But didn't kind of work out that way. Got a bit of damage, but then you did that flak. That flak right there just twatted me in the face. And I'm just going to pick up those vials and go for you again, because again, this is what I do, you know, I hit that jump pad to get back onto the top ground. And once I'm on the top, I've got free access to cut off pretty much all points of the map on ASDF, especially with any form of hit scan weapon. And I was really unlucky not to kill you there, because you just moved in the nick of time. And here I thought you still had a flat cannon. I didn't realize you ran out of ammo. Hence why I jumped off the jump pad. I didn't want to get a flak and then lose the 100 armor as well, because you were in positional control here. What I should have done is I should have just stayed on top and wait for you to try and run away. It's foolish of me trying to chase. I should have just waited on this type of ground, see which direction you were going to go in, take the next 100 and just slow play you. But I was greedy, and you know, I underestimated you a little bit here. So this is a good steal from you to get this 100 armor. Now, a notable mistake is you know, you got the bio rifle, you don't have any other weapons, but because you started charging this, it essentially gave me a hint to know where you were next. Now, I wasn't really going to push into this area. I was just going to wait at the shock rifle and see if I can get some additional damage. But when you charged it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump out and do a shot combo there. And by God, I missed it, and it really annoyed me, but I got the next one. And now I just go, okay, well, shield belt's coming up. I need to contest this from you. And you're going to try and contest it from me, which is, again, very questionable. This angle for the bio rifle is pretty much impossible. You'd be a genius to land that shot. And again, you know, I see you up there because I hear you up there. And it's just a very bizarre move. Now, what's even bizarrer is that you've got the top ground, you've got the positional ground and the high ground, but you don't think yourself, I've lost this situation. You've got no other weapons. You've run out of ammo on everything. You've got an enforcer left and you're jumping down. You're crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And, you know, if I had a better aim and I didn't think that you were going to go that way, I would have definitely have outputted a lot of damage onto you, if not even killed you. But you do this mistake twice in this game, and it costs you later on. So be aware of it. But, you know, you did well. Got the 100 armor, you got the 50, and one hit puts us pretty much on an even stack here. Now, you got the sniper rifle. You should have gone up to take those vials a little bit sooner, but you sort of let me have them. And then I was just playing a little bit aggressive. And I'm just going to deny away the 100 from you. Again, just going to hold that top ground. Again, I made a mistake here. I should have gone back up to the top and denied you from the mini area with my sniper rifle. But I thought you won't expect me to come down. And I paid the ultimate price by that, because you hit me with a superb sniper shot and also secondary stinger and primary stinger. Now, you do some amazing damage there. You see me fleeing, so you got to assume that I'm low. And I was on about 60 HP. And you should have really chased me from this direction to deny me from getting the 100 armor. Now, of course, going up on the jump pad is a risky maneuver. I had a shock rifle. I could have comboed you essentially any time. But because you took so long essentially moving from this general position that you're at now, I mean, you keep firing and then firing rockets thinking I'm just staying up there for it. I tend to think that you weren't paying attention to the timer again, and that you thought the shield belt was still coming in the next maybe 3 seconds or way or something like that. So, you know, be aware of that a little bit more. It's, you know, you could have potentially got an earlier kill here, because you did a fantastic job playing aggressive in that fight. You picked off the damage that you needed to do with the sniper rifle, put us on an even stack, and then did the damage with that stinger. But essentially, because you take so long to move from this position, I'm now in a position to take the 100 armor again, which is coming up soon. And as you hit that jump pad, of course, I hit you with a sniper rifle. It's an easy shot to make. Of course, I'm not going to really miss that one. But here, you're not going to die in the next shot. You've got enough armor, providing that I don't hit you in the head. So what you should do is hold your position and strafe it back and forth here as best as you possibly can, and just try and hit me, because I am essentially so low that this is your fight to take now. And if you can force me off this 100 armor, you could essentially, well, you're going to be coined up between the shield belt and the 100 armor at this point, because the timing is going to be off. But you could have potentially picked up a frag and got the shield belt, which would have been a win-win for you. But you gave up this position by deciding to hide, because you took that damage. You were scared of getting more damage or dying, so you decided to back off, which was a mistake here. So when you back off like that, I changed to my shock rifle, as do you, but I'm in a position to combo you before you can combo me back. And of course, that was again a questionable sort of decision. I did that big damage to you there, and then you decided to drop down. Like, I wouldn't be still in this area. Like, you think I magically disappeared or something, but this is exactly where I'm going to go. I get the 100 armor. I'm going to quickly go and take the 50, and then I'm going to take the shield belt. So you should have assumed that I was going this way, and that was a really risky jump. You could have gone the long way to the 25s behind me, or maybe even gone up and try and take the 50, and maybe kamikaze died and prevent me from getting that armor. But then again, the shield belt was coming up pretty soon, so that wouldn't have mattered. But you could have just gone the other way and got the health packs over there instead of dying. But, a questionable sort of dive desperately for the 25s. Now, you go up here, take the 25s. You might have been able to steal the shield belt, but I think I took it on 54, so maybe no chance. Now again, I position myself for the high ground, because if I hold the high ground, I can obviously pick at you, force you away from everything else, and hold you away from the 100 armor. And you do a good maneuver here. I didn't expect it. There's some good flak. You hit 2 flak balls there, actually, which was slightly annoying. And you position yourself to take a 50. So you did well doing that damage and forcing me off the 50. And I go back here because I think I go back to take some 25 health packs. I think I have got a little bit low health for some funny reason. So go and do that. And here you play very, very well. You did some great combos here. And then you did a maneuver that really did throw me off. So I was expecting you to hold this position, as it's pretty strong for the shield belt sometimes. Of course, I'm in a stronger position when you're up here. I can see towards the shield belt and sort of guarantee it a little bit easier. But with the shot combos that you were denying me from getting across, which is very nice, pushing me back, and then you land some big damage there. And then you do another one, getting some more damage and really forcing your position. Now, again, I just assumed that you were just going to go fall down, take the shield belt, and position yourself for it, or just hold that background and do some more damage at range. But you dive straight in because you've probably run out of ammo with the shock rifle. So you just assume, you know what, sod it, I'm going to go for it. And it works. And it was a beautiful move. Took me by surprise, put me on 14 HP, and I was running away. But I will take the 100 armor. Now, this is where I make a mistake, which I shouldn't have done. I've taken the 100 armor and I got too greedy. I wanted to get the 50 to have an even stack with you and then just bully you from a better position above, because you don't tend to hold the top ground so often. But you caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for you. I didn't expect you to go that way. I don't know why my brain had a massive fart, but I should have expected you'd go 50 straight away. I got the sniper rifle spawn. I'm just doing some damage. You should be, I'd say, using the link gun right about now. Essentially, you're just trying to land damage with a stinger, which is still progressively quite hard to hit with. But I feel you should have just switched to the link gun here. You switched to every other weapon but the link gun. And there you do damage. But again, I had a lot of space in that fight when I was running away. And I definitely could have hit you so many more times, especially with this next combo, this shock ball, which would have killed you if I managed to combo it. As I managed to take off that armor of yours. You were very unlucky to miss that cross shot. That was a very well-lined shot. And again, I tried to go for a cheeky headshot. I should have just gone for the 100 armor there. That was my mistake. And this has put you in a good position to hold control against me. You're in a good position for the 50. You take it. I missed that combo. Yeah, again, I'm amazing at combos. Even I've got to practice at stuff. So what I want to do now is, because you've got pretty much the lockdown of the map, I just want to play safe. I want to find as many items as I can on the safe parts of the map, which are usually in these corners, pick up some health, etc. And I'm not essentially wanting to contest you at the shield belt. I saw you drop down there. I saw you positioning for it. I just didn't expect these rockets to hit me. Now, what I wanted to do was wait in this area to actually attack you as you were leaving, just to chip away some of that shield belt from a higher position with a shock rifle, I believe. But you annihilate me with some well-placed rockets. And some great maneuvers here. This was a really quick thinking move. Shock, wall dodge up, nicely done. Now, you fired twice already to hit me. You've missed. I'm in a position with no weapon. I've got the shield gun out. And you keep trying to hit me with the shock rifle. You should have switched to your rocket launcher a lot sooner, or your link gun yet again to prevent me from running away. Yes, you do get the kill, but still switch sooner next time. After you've missed that first shot in close range, switch to something. It makes much more sense. Now, I get some good rockets on you here. I think I might have picked up the 50. I think I did. And now I think you're getting ever so slightly carried away with your aggression here. I mean, we're on a relatively even stack, but you got a good combo. I can't argue with that. But I just got a fantastic spawn again. And this time, again, you're not switching to the right weapon at the right time. You do a great move to deny me that 100 armor, but you know, I've only got the shield gun out. Yet again, I don't have a weapon to contest you. I take that shield, and now you don't get the finishing blow. You dive the wrong way, giving me a little bit more space, and you could have gone to your link gun and denied me from running away. You could have prevented that from happening if you had the right gun out at the right time. And essentially, you give me the 100 armor and the 50 for free there when I should have died. You do get the shield belt, but I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay having this fight with 150 armor versus your 150 shield belt. I'm confident in my aim, and if I can get some positioning on you with the sniper rifle, I can do a lot of damage. Especially if I hold the high ground, which I tried to do here, but again, you do that jump and position yourself very nicely. And of course, I don't want to risk pushing against that shock rifle, that combo that you could do there, as it does an amazing job of rinsing people in that particular angle. So I backed off. And here, I feel as if you might have got a little bit too aggressive. So if we rewind just a little bit. So you obviously have the upper hand, right? You've got 2 frags ahead. And honestly, you don't need to chase so aggressively. You just need to force me to other sides of the map and use the top area to pick damage at me, and then choose the right moment to come in for the kill. You've got the lead. You can still slow play this a lot, but instead you're using very weird weapons at weird times, spamming rockets at range, not really going to do much, and you give me essentially 2 sniper hits here to hit you, and then you switch to the stinger because obviously you're liking it a lot at the moment, but again, you don't do anything with it. You don't hit me with it. You should have had a sniper rifle and maybe taken that fire range and hold the top ground. Now I'm in a position to take the 100 armor. Now you do a great 2 combos here, and you put yourself back into the game with those combos, but here again you're making a fatal mistake. Well, actually, this wasn't the fatal mistake. So if I rewind back, this is beautiful, by the way, this combo. But if I rewind just a little bit more, there is a questionable mistake as you're having this this fight. I've got to resume the blade, damn it. So as you go back up here and we start to have this brawl, you're scared when you have a better position. You've done enough damage not to be scared that you can fight me here. You know, you should be just strafing out in the open across here, preventing me from taking that 100 armor after those 2 combos. But you were just hiding in that corner, essentially giving yourself a disadvantage when you don't need to. Now, I've got the link gun out, which you should take notice of. You should be aiming your combos higher than this. Of course, you want to get them in the doorway to kill me instantly, but I know how to position myself so I can avoid them, as you can see. So what you wanted to do is that you wanted a combo up here. So you wanted the ball up here, so when I was firing my pew-pew sort of stuff of plasma, it would be very hard to get the right aim to sort of protect myself and annihilate that shot combo before it hits me with the link gun. So you always want to aim towards the roof here if they're going for that 100 armor and they've got a link gun or, you know, a shield gun. But that was just a mistake. You shouldn't have just kept backing off. You gave me that 100 armor, but you did a fantastic read here, or the best mistake ever. So I hear this shot combo come down. I just assume that you think I've gone this way and I'm going, you know, to go get 50 or get the go towards covering the shield belt. But what you did is that you comboed. And what my idea was to play really aggressive off of taking that 100 armor and just surprise you and come up behind you and try and make some momentum on getting some frags back. But that combo just surprised me. Again, I saw the minigun, I ran towards it. It was a mistake. I should have, as soon as I got that spawn, I should have went to 50. That was my fault. And I think I might have been mad after that shot combo that you did before, because I was like, who does that? Who does that combo? But you did that combo and it was genius. And at this point, 50 is coming up. There it is. And this point, this is where the game changes significantly. So 50 has just respawned. You're on 34 HP and you want to get the health. It's understandable, but what you could have done to hold an even deeper control was to just take the 50 and go straight to shield belt, because you don't have enough time. If you'd taken the 50 and gone straight to shield belt, you could have had a better position to fight me at this particular point, which is just really unlucky, really. So as you got those health packs, of course, it's given me a chance to actually get down here, essentially. Now, if you're already down here with a shock rifle, essentially we have a very even battle because of denying shock balls and obviously the hit scan side of things. It's hard for me to jump down from obviously the shock rifle room and that little ledge next to it. So you gave me an opportunity by taking that health, and I was able to capitalize on it by taking the shield belt. Now, again, you do a huge mistake here. If we go back and rewind it a second. So let's go back again. So you do a great combo. It does a lot of damage, but you know I've already got the shock rifle after I survive this combo. So you shouldn't risk coming forward anymore. You want to hold on to your frag lead of 5 frags. And this is where you make your catastrophic mistake, I would say. So you dive in, getting way too greedy, trying to get damage or a kill. And essentially you put yourself on a back foot. You're incredibly low now. If you had died, it would have probably worked out a lot better there. But what you did is that then you sort of denied yourself armors and health by taking away some certain items there and giving me a chance to actually chase you down and kill you. And so now you're really on the back foot, and there is nothing up at the moment that you can take. So you're forced to hide, which you know. You know the 50 is not up. You know the 100 is going to be taken by me. And you're playing it very sneaky, and this is the correct player at the right time. You're doing exactly the right moves. But then I hear you take the 20 armor, which again puts me in a great position. Like if I didn't hear you take that, maybe I wouldn't have come over. and got enough damage to take the next possible frag in the future. But you do some good damage here with this stinger. In fact, very good damage, and you keep knocking me back and cutting me off. It really, really annoyed me as I was trying to chase you. But here, this is the moment where you had forgotten about your timing, and the shield belt has just spawned. And I was so focused on trying to kill you to catch up on this deficit of frags that I had forgotten about the shield belt as well. And if you were just slightly more on the ball on the timings, you positioned yourself brilliantly because of that good stinger play, forcing me off to actually go down and take that shield belt. And maybe that would have won you the game. It could have contested the fight, and you might have been able to kill me, obviously, because you hit me about 3 times already with that stinger. But since you didn't go down there, I just went, well, I'm going to have to go and take the shield belt now. And this is where you do that mistake again, right? You're in the higher ground. You know the item is now gone. You heard me jump down, yet you jumped down onto my level. This was a fatal mistake yet again. So this enabled me to catch up to you and link the rest of your health away. Now, you did a lot of damage. I think I went to go collect 100 actually. And then chase down the kill. That stinger, man. You hit every shot with it. It was really good play from you, mate, on that stinger. But I just knew you were going to play sneaky. You had no other option. I just knew that you went for the 50 at that point, you were going to die. It was the obvious move to make. You go for the 50 and you try and get the 25 health packs. It's just deadly obvious. And the next obvious move is to hide in some place where you won't be seen, and that is one of the most common spots on ASDF to hide. So, that's why I went straight down there. Now, you got the sniper rifle. As soon as you got the sniper rifle now, there is nothing else of use that you can get. You should have just given up at this particular point. You should have backed off. You should have run away as soon as you saw me leaping towards you. Now, you could have backed off behind you, gone towards the shock rifle, gone up on the lifts and played it very slow at the minigun area again, because sometimes you can kite in that particular area. It can be quite difficult to catch up to an enemy if your positioning is good enough. But you just stay here to take the damage. Now, you do damage me a lot, but I still believe the items are up. I think 50 is still up. So I'm going to go and take that right now. And I'm just going to try and chase you down as best as I can. So I take 50, and this is another mistake that you do. So obviously you want to get some form of armor so you can hold off for the next 50 seconds. That's understandable. But the problem is that you have limited weapons. You have a stinger, and you're standing in visible view. What you should have done is that you should have hid until the armor spawned. I would have been gone, where is he? I want to kill him. I want to find him. He's not going to wait for the 100 armor at this point. That's just suicide. I wouldn't have done it. I would assume that you might have tried and risked the shield belt or wait at the top area and hold the positioning and waste time. But you came towards the 100 armor and you just stood on it, giving me that first easy shot. Now, as I pop and see you and I hit you, you're on 30 HP. You can still waste time. You should have still backed off and got off of this pedestal. It was ridiculous that you kept up there. At this time, what I need is time, right? And I need frags with that time. And the less time I have, the less I can frag you with, essentially. And you kind of forgot about this rule. And you just stood there trying to deny the armors still, like it was the first 3 minutes of the game. That time had passed. And even if you've taken that, you now put yourself one frag away from, well, tying up the game, essentially. And you got a bad spawn. And I could just take the shield belt, which is up about now. And now I'm in a great position. I mean, you've got 20 armor, 100 health. And I've got pretty much 30 seconds to hunt and find you. Now, you do some great flak there. That's some really nice defensive flak. If you didn't miss that second flak spam and hit the wall, it could have been a different story. You could have actually won this game with that flak. but unfortunately you kind of flaked out. Now, excuse me. So this is where it gets interesting. So I just assume that you're not going to go take the 50 again, because I just think that you're trying to kill time now. It's clicked into your brain that you should be trying to save time. You're one frag away. You just need to survive for 23 seconds. So I'll hide in the shock area, which has a lot of escape routes that I can utilize. But the thing was, I kind of thought you would hide here. So I dived down and hit the jump pad directly behind you to sneak up to you. And that gave me the tying frag and put you at a huge disadvantage. I have pretty much all the items, but that flat cannon did do a lot of damage. So this is where it gets interesting. So you get the sniper rifle spawn and the 100 armor's up. Now, I've taken a lot of damage. You've hit me with a lot of flak. If you take that 100 armor, you essentially have a great position to actually win this game. You have a comeback, essentially. But the problem is, I know that is the next objective because I've been timing it constantly throughout the game. And I know that in this position with 13 seconds left, it's always nice to have some form of, backup and have some armor. And so I essentially try and rush towards the armor myself, prevent you from getting it. And if I don't get it, I just try and make sure that I land some damage. And finally, my aim kicks in here towards the end and really wins me the game, essentially. So as you jump across, I hear it and I anticipate the shot, hit you to 30 HP. And I know that you haven't got any weapons because you went straight there after a spawn after I killed you. Now, I'm still low, right? I didn't go for 50 first. I didn't go for the 25s first. I went straight for the 100 armor because I knew it was your next objective at this point, and it was so important. If you had the 100 health and 100 armor, you'd be in a much better position to win the game. So I had to risk it a little bit. If you maybe fired some enforcer, you might have killed me. I can't remember how low I was. I think I might have been 30 HP at this point. And as I hear you charging, I thought, he won't expect me to dive at this point. And I kind of was right. So do some more additional damage, and at this point I'm like, okay, I've done enough now to win the game. I'm going to back off, secure the rest of the armors, and then get the next shield belt and close the game very safely. I don't want to risk running into a bio. But I heard you take the shock rifle here, and I thought that you might have gone to the 25 vials going down the ramp there and then going up the jump pad. But you went straight for the shield belt, which has got probably about another 20 seconds before it spawns. And that's game, set, and match me. So really, what you want to be doing is not be giving too much of your positional control away. You don't hold enough of the top ground. You're a bit impatient. You always try and go for frag after frag after frag, when really you can just zone out your enemy by holding the top ground, hitting them with a sniper shot here, sniper shot there, and then forcing them to make constant mistakes where they will position themselves, eventually try and grab 100 armor, risky 100 armor, and then you're going to be in a position to actually continuously get frags. Yes, it's a lot slower, but it guarantees you more health and armor and doesn't force you to do huge mistakes, because obviously you gave me a lot of opportunities in this game to get additional damage. Now, if my aim was slightly more on point, I would have hit you so much more and you wouldn't have even been this close in this game. But you did a fantastic job anyway. Your stinger was absolutely insane throughout the game. And, remember to time your items, okay? You keep forgetting those early spawns or respawns at the start of the game. It's very important that you get that down. And good game, and I hope this helps you, dude. Yeah, good luck.